Hello, I am Dr. Joelry Michael Raj, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, St. Xavier's College, Autonomous, Palayamkottai, Tirunelveli.
So, as a continuation, last class we have seen about pollination and different types of pollination. And this class we will see about the contrivances or adaptations for cross pollination. What we call as the outbreeding and nature's adaptation or its own mechanism and how God's creation keeps on evolving. Now, these terms, whatever is put here, these are the contributors or adaptations for cross pollination. Now, the first one is the self sterility or self incompatibility. Now, we have different examples Malva species, and Petunia species. Second one is the dichogamy, in which we have two different types, that is the prot-andry and prot-gyne. The third adaptation is hercogamy, where there is a mechanical barrier. I'll explain you very detailedly. The example is Gloriosa species. And the fourth contrivance or adaptation is the heterostyle. Example is Primula species. Now let us see one by one what are these contrivances or adaptations for cross pollination. Now, as I already told you, cross pollination is the mechanism by which uh, plants are able to evolve, and a lot of diversity of plants we are seeing is because of this cross pollination. Now, first important adaptation for cross pollination is the self sterility or self incompatibility, where the pollen grains of a flower do not germinate on the stigma of the same flower. In the previous class, we have seen what is how the pollen grains are rested on the stigma. Here, what we see is that the flowers, that the pollen grains of a flower, they do not germinate on the stigma of the same flower. There's some kind of incompatibility where, because of this, due to the presence of similar self-sterile gene, the specific gene called as a sterile gene, which is responsible for this self-incompatibility. Now, example is tobacco, potato, crucifers, malva, and petunia species. Now, because of this type of adaptation, there is a lot of cross-pollination that is being uh, seen in these kinds of plants. That is why we have a lot of diversity in different kinds of obtaining different kinds of potato. Now, this is actually nature's evolution, where they have their own self-incompatibility gene, which facilitates self-sterility. Now, look at this. There's another method or contrivance to ensure cross-pollination is dichogamy. There's another very important distinct phenomenon where the anthers and stigma mature at different times in a bisexual flower so as to prevent self-pollination. Now, only if they in homogamy we saw in the previous class that the anthers and the stigmas mature at the same time so that self-pollination is facilitated. Now, this kind of adaptation is just the opposite to homogamy, where the anthers and the stigma mature at a different times in a bisexual flower. Both anther and the stigma are in the same flower, but still there is no self-pollination because of this type of adaptation, where anthers mature at a different time and stigma mature at a different time. Now, both should mature at the same time so that a proper kind of transfer from pollen grains occur on the stigma and fertilization is the ultimate event. But look at this prot-andry condition where the androgen matures first before gynoecium. Now, this is the anther from which the pollen grains come out. We have seen already. Now, this anthers mature before the gynoecium could mature and be receptive. Now, what happens now once this anther matures? Now, these pollen grains are released in in the environment, and only after that, now this stigma becomes receptive. So, self-pollination within the flower is not facilitated here since it has a special adaptation for cross-pollination. The anthers shed their pollen, and only after that the stigma becomes mature and receptive. Now this condition is called as protandry, that is anthers mature earlier than stigma of the same flower. Their pollen grains become available to the stigma of the older flowers. Example is sunflower and salvia. The next kind of dichogamy is protgyne, just the reverse, where the stigmas mature earlier so that they get pollinated before the anthers of the same flower. Okay, so now see here, now these stigmas become receptive. Now these anthers are not yet mature, they don't shed their pollen grains. Okay, now this stigma becomes receptive so that the pollen grains from another flower comes and sits and fertilization is. Now this is a facilitation for cross pollination. Now in such kind of flowers, cross pollination is predominant than self pollination. Now this is a special adaptation in the evolution where the flower facilitates or the plant facilitates only cross pollination and does not promote self pollination. The example is the Mirabilis jalapa, the 4 o'clock plant, is a good example for protgyne. Now look at this. Now this just to explain you how it is different. Protandrous condition where anthers mature before the stigma. Now these families, Rubiaceae, Malvaceae, and Labiatae, mostly they have this kind of adaptation, the protandrous condition. That is why we will see a lot of diversity in these fields. Whenever there is adaptation for cross pollination, we will have more diversity because cross pollination is facilitated, and Rubiaceae, Malvaceae, Labiatae, we have a lot of diversity in these genetic diversity in these families. Now, protgyne condition example is Magnolia, Michaelia species, and Audathoda. There is a slight spelling mistake here. Magnolia, protgyne condition. Now, contrivances for cross pollination. Another important phenomenon is the hercogamy. Now, this flower everybody knows as the Gloriosa superba. Now, in these flowers, they are bisexual. I think they have both androecium and the gynoecium in the same flower. Already I have told you what is a bisexual flower. But still there is no cross pollination. Now, what is the mechanism here? Now, there is a barrier, mechanical barrier to self pollination, that is called as a morphological barrier. Now, anthers are protruding this side and gynoecium is on the other side. Now, when these anthers mature, automatically the pollen grains are shed downward. Now it may reach another flower, but they may not reach the stigma of the same flower because of the mechanical barrier. Mechanical barrier. Now this type of adaptation for cross pollination is called as hercogamy. Now there's one more adaptation called as heterostyle. A very typical example is Primula vulgaris, where hetero means different. Okay, heterostyle. There is a long style and short stamen. There is a long style and a short stamen here. Now here what happens is there is a long stamen and a short style. Now there is another mechanical barrier actually. The difference in the height of the style and the stamen. Now look at this. Now based on this we have different types: diheterostyle, triheterostyle. Now we have seen the different contrivances for cross pollination. Now the first contrivance is self sterility, the second one is dichogamy, the third one is hercogamy, and the fourth one is heterostyle. Now these adaptations in the evolution promotes cross pollination than self pollination, and thus ensuring genetic diversity in the environment. Thank you once again for watching this video on contrivances of cross pollination.